artist community is very important, and we're in a time where we don't see as many in the genre that I'm in. We don't see as many group collectives as you should. A lot of soloists, but what's exciting with Light It Up, we've seen a lot of collectives. You know, with a band, if you got a bass and guitar and drums, they got to play together. They can't be on their own tip. So this is something hip hop could follow. It's not just about the one guy on the mic, but also could be about the one guy on the mic with his DJ or somebody that actually, you know, fills around and accompanies that performance to make people like, oh wow, this is a total well-rounded performance that's a little bit more than just spitting on a mic.
I would like to see that too. Like that's something we don't, especially in this area, you don't see a lot of like collectives, you know, in the hip hop genre.
Well, it's a mistake not to collect if you're going to try to overshadow something coming from a bigger city. You know, you got to beat the bigger city with something that makes the bigger city say, "Damn, how the hell can we actually compete against that?"
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that they don't? You know, why do you think that a lot of people shun from that now? Because it's more like, even when you do research on, right? Because me, I love music, so I'll go and I'll spend hours on certain websites,
right,
just looking for something new that I haven't heard before.
Right.
Why do you think we are shying away from that?
Well, it was when the record companies roamed the earth, they would find out, especially in a genre that wasn't governing itself, that it was easy to break a group down into the one core element, because they wasn't into the music anyway. So they didn't know that in the beginning all elements had to gel with each other, just like a band had to gel with each one of the musicians. The DJ, the MC, the graffiti, and the dance had to all gel together to make the crowd go, oh, damn. So whether the elements were manipulated in different order or different forms, the audience still left shaking their heads like that was dope. But when you take one of them away, one of the elements away, and just stand it alone, how much attention is one person going to be riveted? It's more than somebody just delivering, oh, I had to wait for him to deliver the dope hook, so that's what caught my attention for 12 minutes. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You ain't got it happening in 10 minutes. It's somebody's going to their phone, bathroom, thinking about their last problem when they left the crib. You know what I'm saying? So you got to occupy people's time with something that makes them go, oh shit, wow, you know. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're always reaching for the lowest bar of entertaining fruit, which a lot of situations have. So it was easier in the mid 90s and the early parts of the millennium for record companies that roamed the earth to negotiate with one person than a collective, because you might, you have to negotiate with a collective. You find one person say, oh yeah, this is cool, and another person said, nah man, hell no, and they felt that they were stagnated by that. So they felt like, let's just grab the one person that's dope, leave the rest of this wackery alone, and just deal with this, contract it, and put it out there. And if they can handle it, fine. If they can't, they'll slide off more often. And you know what? And if they can't handle it, we'll just flood it up with money and really seriously make people dig it, no matter how much it costs. Because back then they had a surplus of funds and monies that was made from other places, so they could throw money at something, keep it on the radio, and after a while, people would say, "Well, I started off hating that record, but somehow I end up loving it."
And you know,
and the video's dope. You know,
it's because you associate to a part of your life you're at the moment, because it's so repetitive and drawn and just.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what it is. I mean, that hasn't really changed, man. You know, that's why the business they ran into a problem by saying the only way that we could stay in currency is that we got to keep getting people younger and younger. Then all of a sudden you find out your demographics, although you're saying that they spend from 17 to 21, they're really like 9 to 14. And, and when it comes down to the business, people start coming in and trying to tell you that we got sponsors, but we can't really figure out what to sell to 10-year-olds. It puts their plan kind of in well, it puts it in a spin until they can sell their station or whatever, and then that's somebody else's problem. But musically speaking, it usually has nothing to do with that. It's like there's people that want music and they want entertainment, especially the older they get, because they're trying to fill their time up with something that gets them away from the stress of life, you know. And this is why entertainment is important. But this is also why entertainment has to be something that your average person that's looking into it got to say, well, damn, okay, I can't do that, and whatever I just saw is better than what I can do to entertain myself. That's that whole trick. You got to master that. And this is why alcohol takes over. Because a person can say, yeah, I kind of like, I want to go to that place. But, you know, I mean, alcohol and drugs takes them to that place because it's an outer ingestion. So, but entertainment, I come from a time where entertainment was just as quote unquote dope as the dope. Matter of fact, it had to even be better. It had to. I mean, you saw it. Matter of fact, you had people out there said, "Yo, I don't want to drink because I want to get every ounce of what Stevie Wonder got to deliver right here." So the entertainment put people on the high. If the entertainment's just they're not doing their best, then I'm going. You know, people go to the second best thing or the third best thing to get them in the mood, so to speak.
Yeah.
If the entertainment don't put you in the mood, that means the entertainment just ain't good enough, or people ain't acclimated to be glued enough into it. And we're at a schism where both of these things are happening.
Nice, I like that.
You don't have to, Jim.
All right, we're.
All I know is the artists that show up and light it up, they're very exceptional. We thank you, and they give it their all. And the goal, what we want to do, like on RSTV, which is short for Rap Station TV, is just be able to expound upon that and show the world. If they're getting down in the spot and 30 people are looking at them, I mean, we ain't counting the 30 people. We're counting the performance on stage and the atmosphere that this area is providing. And it's a combination of a whole bunch of things of people saying, well, I'm doing my art. And I think I remember this. What was the brother who came all the way from Richmond, Virginia? Yeah, he damn near walked. He damn near walked to Ventura. Yeah, one-way ticket, right. You know, your artist, he walked here damn near to just get down out here. And that's what you want to get across. You want to get that across, like, this is the place to be. But you can make that claim of being the place to be. There's things that the higher order or God or whatever you want to say has just made this a natural area that's just one, you know, people just want to be here, man. Anyway, because it's just dope to be here. It
is the best place. I always say this. I say this all the time. Ventura County is the best place for music in the entire world.
Well, Johnny Cash picked it.
Yeah, he sure did.
Man in Black wasn't too far off.
I got just a.